I suffer with vestibular and chronic intractable migraines.
Cluster migraine headaches.
Post-concussive syndrome and chronic pain syndrome.
I live with migraine disease.
Migraine since I was 8 years old.
On behalf of my son, Rowan, who has had an intractable migraine.
Cluster headache is said to be one of the most painful conditions known to mankind.
And occipital neuralgia.
Dizzy spells, stabbing pain type.
And diagnosed with chronic migraine since I have been 19.
For 2 years now, since he was 9, he's now 11.
Back in early 2002, I was a New York City firefighter, and after spending a couple of months working at Ground Zero, I developed a severe pain behind my eye. The pain was intense and like nothing I'd ever experienced before.
To imagine having just stubbed their toe, to think back to their worst ever hangover or flu. I felt the medical community had turned their back on me during a very difficult time, and the system has done nothing but add insult to that injury ever since.
There are many days when my migraine attacks leave me doubled over in pain, unable to see, nauseous, dizziness. I can't even get out of the bed.
You can get 8 attacks a day. They come at night, they'll wake you up, and if I had to describe the pain, it would literally be like someone stabbing you in the eye with an ice pick.
Imagine yourself as a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old, which is what he is now, having pain all day, every day for almost 2 years. That takes a real toll on a psyche. He can get resentful. He can say, why is nobody helping me? Why am I in pain all the time and nobody does anything to help me?
In Little Rock, I'm the first veteran to have a really successful use of the device. Was one of the few medical facilities chosen. It hasn't completely cured me of my migraines, but it's brought them under control.
Oxygen is probably the best treatment for cluster headache, and it's a problem getting access to it for a lot of people in this country. Access to oxygen is so important for people. Medicare and a lot of insurance companies won't cover it. That needs to change.
It can feel like you're all alone when you deal with migraine and headache disease. When you have the access to the support you need, it really makes it a whole lot better.
My disease is worsened significantly when I am in high stress situations or high anxiety situations. And one of the things that stresses me out the most is simple doctor appointments.
Having the availability to see my doctor via the video or over the phone would prevent the delayed treatment and, progress to get better.
Recently, I had my first telemedicine visit for my headache specialist, and it was really amazing. So normally I have to drive through traffic to the city and take about half a day off of work. Driving can be a trigger for a lot of us. The stress of the appointment can be a trigger, so to have to take off half a day for a 20-minute appointment is a hardship, because when you live with migraine disease and other headache disorders, you often have to miss work anyway.
So for people like me, telemedicine is a crucial part of treatment moving forward.
If we can intervene and get people with episodic migraine appropriate mental health care treatment, there is a chance that we could prevent them from transforming from episodic migraine to chronic migraine.
If we aren't talking about mental health as it relates to chronic illness and chronic pain, people are dying.
Cluster headaches are also called suicide headaches, 20 times more likely than the general public to consider suicide.
I am prone to self-harm much more frequently when I'm in worse pain. My depression is stronger, my anxiety is higher, my obsessive tendencies, my spiraling thoughts, all of those things are dramatically increased when the pain is fluctuating or I'm in a spike.
The reality of getting help now is literally, life and death for somebody.
And there are times when the depression is more paralyzing and more painful psychologically and spiritually than the physical pain.
We continue to lose beloved members of our community on a regular basis because all of this tests a person's will in ways no amount of words can explain.
No one should have to deal with this alone. And so I think mental health is crucial, not only for the patient themselves, but also for the people who live with them, the parents, the siblings, anyone who has to deal with the issues on a daily basis.
I'm getting my life back after spending a lot of time in the recliner for 3.5 years.
We need to know those in office are there looking out for us and protecting our rights, and it needs to be acknowledged, declared, demonstrated, and set as standard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.